everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's the Browns going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's get you to a hot and humid South Florida as we welcome in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Guys, stay hydrated.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now Griffin on 2nd down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. And he finds Barnage. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
3rd and long. It's Griffin. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Koamisi able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Dolphin football. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st down, Tannehill. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Play action, it's Tannehill. He's going to let it go again. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
For someone who piled up the yardage that Jay Ajayi did in 2016, I think it was a strange type of a year. How many runners do you know that will end the season with more 200-yard games on the ground than 100-yard games and end up over 1,000?
Very, very strange. 3 200-yard games, just 1 100-yard game. All in all, though, how do you see a season? A rough start, but looked pretty good in the end.
Rough start, but a really good offensive line that continues to grow. I think the future's really bright for Jay Ajayi and the Dolphins next season.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Jay Ajayi punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man is Mario Alford. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Dolphins defense as they head out to set up shop. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast. But it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnidge, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. On second down, here's Griffin. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. On first down, Griffin. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
There's no sense in dancing around it. Not a lot of bright spots to talk about in Cleveland this year. But I think Isaiah Crowell, the running back, he's a guy we got to keep an eye on in the future. Short of 1,000 yards, it was hard for him to get enough carries to get there.
Yeah, but he was healthy, started all 16 games. Coach Hugh Jackson, though, said it was his goal to get him to 1,000. You're right, though, just shy of that at 952. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. On 3rd and 1, Griffin. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And Parkey's kick is good, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll come out in the pistol. Out of the gun, Griffin. And it's caught by Hawkins. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andrew Hawkins there to make the grab. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And Landry just snuck into the top 10 this year in receiving yardage, 1,136, finishing the year with 94 catches.
And what makes him super dangerous is his ability to convert from being a wide receiver to a running back after making the catch. Because I've talked with a number of defensive backs in the NFL, and all of them, independent of each other, say the exact same thing. Tackling him in the open field is difficult, and he leaves an impact when you do actually bring him down. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And making the catch on a floater, that's Landry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a play fake here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Finding time. And this is caught at the 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In the red zone this time. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Tannehill throwing again. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They begin with a run by Corral. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. 38 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, That's a big-time play by the defense.
And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Landry, the intended target, and now it's second down. 10 yards still left on second down. To the air again, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And Frank's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. The return now by Alford. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Griffin gives to Crowell on the draw. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He's able to find Hawkins. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From midfield now, here's Griffin. He's got time. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back now in Miami. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. His throw incomplete. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Second and 10. Once again, Griffin. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And it's third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Griffin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Andre Hawkins, the intended receiver. Now fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 53. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Second and 10. Tannehill once more. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They run for it with a giant. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned. And they wind up picking up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Parker. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 44 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now. And they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go-around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter to those guys on defense. I know. They're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andrew Hawkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Second and 10 now. Griffin. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A screen complete to Crowell. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation...
Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Third and long. It's Griffin. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play fake to Johnson. Now here's Griffin. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now Griffin, and he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is RG3. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. On second down, here's Griffin. Complete to Barnage. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. He's got his target. It's Coleman for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So now here come the Dolphins. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. He's going to take another. This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing now, Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 5. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out...